Celtics and Nuggets look great early. Who's your NBA championship pick?
Celtics. They were my pick before the season started. They lost their first game last night to the Wolves, who are showing some signs.
Yeah, I think
And they lost to the Wolves
Anthony
with
Edwards
Towns.
like 38, right? Last night.
Yeah, Towns had like 7. I was like, oh, they must have both had good games. Nope. But I mean, Boston just looks so deep. They look so deep. They've got the best defensive talent overall for a team in the NBA. You've got a guy like an aging Al Horford, but who just is like, he's so crafty. It's like having him on your bench to go into a playoff run. That's amazing. Like, they're going to be very tough. There was a lot of internal debate about the Bucks and whether or not it was smart for them to swap out basically Dame, Drew for
I have
Dame.
thoughts on that. Yeah, I just don't think Dame plays defense. He doesn't play defense.
Right. And so what I said last season, I'm a big Giannis fan. He's my favorite player in the NBA. And I said last year, everybody was like, oh, the Bucks are going to win it. And I said, I really am not optimistic this year. I was very optimistic the year they won it, and they won it. And this year I was not. Last year I was not. And the reason I wasn't was because I was worried that if they ran into another team that was really good defensively, like Miami and like Boston, that they would struggle because they didn't have enough in secondary and tertiary options beyond Giannis. Yeah. And so they're going to lock Giannis down, and then it's going to be trouble. And that's exactly what happened. So in my mind, it was like, you got to bring in another alpha, another player who rises to the moment, another clutch player, somebody else. And when they got Dame, it's like, that's the best player available in that scenario. I love Drew Holiday. He's one of my favorite players from the last decade. And I know he loved being there. And I know Giannis loved playing with him. They were very close.
Very, very close. Yeah.
But I thought I was like, this makes a lot of sense to me, because now you have a guy like Lillard who can score on his own against, the Celtics if they face them, against Miami if they face them. And I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think they're going to figure it out. I worry about the depth. I don't know if the Bucks have enough.
And I worry, let's say we get into another situation like last year where Giannis is healthy, Dame is healthy, and let's say Middleton's hurt. That's really going to stress those two. It's going to put a lot of stress on Giannis to really hold that down.
Yep.